Oh, hello there. You're probably wondering who I am. Well, wonder no more, because I am the man, the myth, the legend, Chad Sex Penis. And that's because I only do two things in life, and that is have sex and play video games with my penis. I was just about to depart on an epic adventure into the planet of awesome 3D platformers, where I can finally fuck Sybil from Sutra Regalia. But it will be a long and perilous journey, and I might not return alive, so I'd best get going. Wait, what? You want to join me on my epic adventure? Well, as I said, it'll be dangerous as fuck. But with you at my side, well, damn it, we might stand a chance. And if you're ready right now to make the journey, then we might as well depart at once into the planet of awesome 3D platformers! Bad. This is worse than I thought. This can't be happening. It seems that we've entered a collision course with a much greater planet. The planet of shitty 3D platformers. No, this isn't good. At this rate, we'll crash into it at maximum force. Oh God, no. God damn it. This is worse than I thought. Worse than I ever could have even imagined. Instead of arriving at our destination where Sybil was waiting for me, we have instead crashed in this desolate wasteland. Who knows what terrors could wait for us here? Oh no. God, no. It's coming. It's approaching. It's coming for us. No!
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers.
Yes, Sonic Adventure 2, the game that needs no introduction. So I'm not gonna give it one. There's only one problem. It kinda sucks.
What did you just say? What do you think I've been trying to tell you?
Hold on to your asses, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm about to shit on all of your childhoods.
But, you know, seriously.
But before I do the aforementioned shitting, I would like to mention what I think is good about this game first. First of all, the story. Yes, the story is actually really good. The underpinning narrative in Sonic Adventure 2 is one of the more grounded stories to be told in a Sonic game. Not only is it mature and cohesive, it can actually be kinda graphic at times.
I've done it! My greatest design is now complete! The ultimate creature, Shadow! My enemies think they've defeated me, but Shadow will carry out my orders without question. Now it sleeps, but one day in the future it will be reawakened. Shadow will bring total destruction.
As well as having, well, frankly, far too much sex appeal for a kid's video game. Fun fact, actually, Rouge's design was based on Jennifer Lopez. This is where the meme about Shadow liking Latinas comes from, isn't it? Holy shit.
I just love Latinas, Sonic.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So besides Rouge's tits and the plot, is there anything else that's actually good about Sonic Adventure 2? Well, yeah, actually. Pretty much every Sonic level. Almost every Sonic and Shadow level in this game deliver the kind of explosive, high-speed action you've come to expect from a 3D Sonic game. In this respect, it is just as good, if not a little bit better than Sonic Adventure 1. Unfortunately, however, this is where my respect for Sonic Adventure 2 stops. I am about to explain why Sonic Adventure 2 is a shitty Sonic game in almost every sense of the word. As usual, if you have an opinion that differs from mine in the slightest way, you are stupid and wrong. There is obviously no reason to debate or oppose me in any way, and if you do, I will cast autism on you.
Why are you f***ing here, man? You're so old.
Let's first talk about the sins of Sonic Adventure 2 that it may not be as culpable for, aka the considerable early 2000s platformer jank.
There's a lot of janky mechanics and especially controls in the game feel of Sonic Adventure 2. Take the inputs on Tails' mech, for example. It doesn't speed up or slow down at momentum-based intervals, but instead has a fixed speed that you build up to. However, unlike Sonic or Knuckles, Tails builds up to this speed very quickly. This leaves very little room for precise maneuvering, and that sucks considering the fact that you need that in some of Tails' levels. A character like Sonic or Shadow was a lot easier to maneuver and have fun with. But I even have to criticize what I think is ultimately the best part of the game. You see, when you're running around as Sonic, everything is fast and fluid and you're having tons of fun. Until you have to make a turn. And believe me when I say that Sonic turns sharper than Infinite's infinite edginess.
I am literally neurodivergent and a minor.
Maybe it's time to try crack.
This is at times a significant downgrade from the previous entry in the series, Sonic Adventure 1. And while that game had its own fair share of jank, I ultimately think it did better with the controls of Sonic than Sonic Adventure 2 did. But I mean, to be fair, all the jankiness of the controls and physics of this game could be attributed to the fact that it came out in 2001. But I mean, that's 23 years ago. If you played this game as a kid, you'd be around 30. Yeah, how's it feel? How's it feel to be old? How's it feel to be an old person walking around? Ew, you're so gross and old. Gross. And old. But, I mean, given the fact that it's so old, we could excuse that, right? Wrong. You want to know what came out before Sonic Adventure 2? That's right, Crash Bandicoot, Super Mario 64, Spyro 1. Want to know what came out a year after Sonic Adventure 2? That's right, fucking Super Mario Sunshine. These are amazing feeling 3D platformers that came out before Sonic Adventure 2. Let's face it, guys, they just really didn't have the experience to make Sonic Adventure 2 as good feeling as it might have been. Also, I will bring up that Sonic Team has a history of delaying and rushing projects, but that's not the subject of this video. The point is, Sonic Adventure 2 has a bunch of janky mechanics and clunky controls that make it hell on earth to try and play this goddamn video game. And while some people would be willing to excuse this based on how old it is, I, for one, would not.
They sucked his brains out.
You know, for its time, Sonic Adventure 2 actually had pretty good graphics, even considering its temporaries. All the games I mentioned in the last segment were more or less on par with Sonic Adventure 2, as far as graphics were concerned. And a lot of people will tell you that Sonic Adventure 2's cutscenes are an improvement over Sonic Adventure 1, if only getting rid of those god-awful facial animations. But holy fucking shit, it's not much. For one, the voice acting is still pretty fucking bad.
What are you, anyway?
What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure.
Yes!
You know, something that Sega had a really tough time with in the late 90s and early 2000s was voiceovers for their video games. Just ask a Shenmue fan what it's like for two video game characters to talk past each other like neither of them is in the room. Go on, do it. They know. They fucking know.
What's the Sunflower Grove like?
It's jam-packed with sunflowers for starters.
Yeah, no shit, honey!
This is naturally, of course, present in both Sonic Adventure games. Like, you can't just sit here and tell me that Sonic's saying, "Yeah! This is happening!" in Sonic Adventure 1 actually means something. It doesn't. Some people might say that the voice actors of Sonic Adventure 2 are intentionally going for an over-the-top anime cartoon style of speaking, but just ask Tails if he feels any emotion after seeing his best friend getting flushed out into space.
What have you done to Sonic? I'll never forgive you for this!
We should get this guy a prescription for antipsychotic meds because he ain't feeling nothing. Some of them sound really good for the role, like particularly Shadow, Sonic, and Knuckles, but they cannot deliver their lines with any sense of gravitas.
I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong.
Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind.
Nope. Anyway, watch this.
And what the fuck are these two giant black bars appearing on either side of my screen in every other cutscene? It's fucking hideous. I get that it's probably an aspect ratio problem and it's probably a port issue, but like one of them isn't even aligned correctly. The character animations are okay. And just okay. Like, they could be better. They could be much better.
Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake.
What I have a feeling that Sega doesn't really want you to know about is that for a lot of these character animations, they used mocap. So you have these video game characters with cartoonish proportions being mocapped by people with regular proportions. This results in some character animations for cutscenes looking slightly cursed. Now, to be fair, this is a situation that plagued Sonic Team all the way up into Sonic 06, where it looks even worse, but it overall showed that at the time, Sonic Team wasn't very competent at cutscene direction. This one's less egregious in my opinion, as the amount of bugs and glitches in Sonic Adventure 2 is actually not that high. However, when you do hit the occasional bug or glitch, you realize that Sonic Adventure 2 is far from a finished game. This is probably because Sonic Team has a long and storied history of shipping out unfinished games. This is how we were graced with such masterpieces as Sonic the Hedgehog 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog. Please stop, I can't take it anymore, I want to kill myself. And while they usually don't go beyond exploiting enemy AI or clipping into the occasional wall, it is still kind of annoying.
What idiot designed this thing?
And here we come to the absolute fucking worst part of this fucking video game, and that is the many bafflingly terrible design choices made in this game. First, we gotta talk about the integrated storyline. In Sonic Adventure 1, if you didn't want to play any of the Tails or Knuckles levels, you didn't have to. Of course, if you wanted the final level of the game, you had to, but if you didn't, you could just play the Sonic levels. And that's just as well because Sonic has twice as many stages as any other character in Sonic Adventure 1. And if you're like me, and the biggest part of what you enjoy about the Sonic 3D games is rushing around as the titular character Sonic the Hedgehog, you totally can, and that can be your entire gameplay experience for Sonic Adventure 1. However, baby, this is Sonic Adventure 2, and if you're not completing those goddamn treasure hunter levels, you're not progressing the fucking story, you fucking weirdo. Suddenly, you're forced to come into contact with parts of the game that you never wanted to touch. And it's even worse because every single stage in this game that isn't a Sonic or Shadow level is absolute dog shit. First off, we got these goddamn treasure hunting levels. I would rather cut off my own dick with a piece of broken glass than play this shit again. You basically just run around a stage as Rouge or Knuckles looking for 3 MacGuffins. Only problem is, every time you play these levels, the positions of the MacGuffins are randomized. And some of the hiding spaces are... oh my god. Let's just say I've spent hours in some of these levels, and those hours were the most wasted hours of my entire fucking life. And for people who want to defend the treasure hunting levels, go ahead. No, seriously, go ahead, go ahead. I'm waiting. I see. Nice argument. I am now playing a clip of Mad Space at max volume in the background and watching as you lose your fucking mind. And while the treasure hunting stages are barely tolerable at best and fucking boring at worst, the mech stages are somehow even worse. Trying to move Tails or Eggman around is just a genuine nightmare. It just controls like shit. And the design of the levels is, I'll admit, it's not terrible at times, but at its worst, it's terrible. It's so fucking terrible. And whoever thought it was a good idea to replace standard third-person shooter shooting mechanics with a high-pitched death whistle that will give you headaches and turn you insane was a fucking idiot. And it doesn't help that the PC ports of Sonic Adventure 2 have hilariously imbalanced audio problems, so enjoy getting ear raped. Rail grinding. What the fuck? Why? How, like, seriously, how did you fuck this up so bad? All you had to do was have Sonic travel on a constant speed equal to or greater than his momentum. Instead, you had to make all the mechanics pertaining to the rails completely momentum-based. And on top of that, I genuinely can't even begin to fathom the actual mechanics behind rail grinding. It's just so goddamn confusing. Like, are we supposed to balance Sonic or lean him into the direction of the turn or fucking crouch? Like, I've tried all these things. None of them fucking work. And it's just resulted so many times in Sonic grinding to a halt and falling off the rail. It's dog shit is what it is. It's completely dog shit. Like, I get having mechanics to rail grinding, but when it's this fucking opaque, just apply a constant speed. But no, they had to go out of their way and make it needlessly complicated. Classic Sonic Team. Also, the camera sucks complete and utter ass. Probably should have put this in the jank segment, but I have genuinely experienced physical illness because of this fucking camera. Listen, man, I'm telling you, I'm a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? I've loved Sonic my entire life, okay? The mascot for my YouTube channel is a Sonic OC, okay? I am a Sonic stan. But not even I can defend this piece of dog shit, okay? It is a genuinely terrible video game, and let's all stop pretending like it's not. That's right, man. Fuck you. Fuck your childhood. Fuck you. Fuck everything. I don't fucking care. Sonic Adventure 2 fucking sucks. Childhood is fucking stupid. And you're a dick. Bye, you stupid fucking bitch. Okay, are they gone now? Or are all the stands gone? Okay, good. Okay, so I'm just putting this segment here because I am a man who values nuance. And you know, I'm a YouTuber, and that means you gotta get that viewer retention, you gotta get those clicks, and negativity is one of the proven best ways to do that. And so I might go as far to say that I was overly negative in the main portion of this video. Again, I genuinely think that Sonic Adventure 2 is a bad game. But again, that doesn't stop it from being an enjoyable game. or even a very special game for a lot of people. I mean, to be fair, between Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes, so many new people were exposed to the world of Sonic the Hedgehog. And when Sonic Adventure 2 clicks, it clicks. It's really fun. Most of the Sonic and Shadow stages are pure euphoria. Most of them. And I'll admit, I was playing up a character for a lot of the parts of this video, you know, getting angry at things that really weren't all that infuriating. Except for those goddamn treasure hunting levels, okay? I will fucking die on this hill. Treasure hunting levels are fucking goddamn good! There are aspects of this game that have personally made me much angrier than I had any right to be. And that doesn't stop it from having its objective flaws and strengths. But I mean, that's it. That's the video right there. And I would really appreciate it if you would smash that like button, oh my god. And hit that subscribe button. Maybe we can go places together. God, that sounded way better in my head. And, I'm not really good at this, like, ending the video thing, so, hold up 1 second. I'll get someone who can do it much better for me.
I fucking love those big booty Latinas.
Fuck Sonic Adventure 2.